Welcome back to Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy Anime Review, episode number 18. This episode we're discussing the 25th episode of the series. Technically, this is the 13th episode of season 2, so, excuse me. There is exactly, excuse me, there's about 12 more episodes that will be released. So my guess is that this season will finish airing the same time as probably Mushoku Tensei. Yes, I think that they'll probably finish around the same time. But it'll be after finishing up Blue Exorcist and My Channel, Main Chicken Muscles. Now, someone asked me in a previous comment, basically, I should describe what exactly chapters they come from for these episodes. I'm going to have to guess, per se, based on, now, what I saw for the synopsis. I'd say that this particular episode is probably adapting stuff from book number 7 from the series. Do I think that the whole book? I don't know, because here's the thing about the light novels. Okay, they just released Volume 1 here, just last month. I haven't read it yet, but from this plot synopsis I just read, this episode is probably on book 7. As for chapters, I'd say roughly somewhere in the stuff that was from between like chapters, like I'm guessing anyways, from like based on what I saw there, I'd say between chapters 60 to 70, somewhere in there, basically type of chapters, and that's me purely guessing. So the episode has many different things going on here. Well, we see that Konoha's shop basically is doing really well. And, of course, we see that Sarah Winehouse character is talking to one of Konoha's students. Well, the episode starts out basically planning for the festival that they're having here. They mention later on there's going to be a tournament, which they're probably not going to have. They didn't have to have this episode. My guess probably next week, probably. Or 2 weeks from now. So, then they got the shop where Sarah's character is like, ooh, I can she's bragging for she can be the blue lizard, and then she gets sort of scolded for doing it, and well, her friend basically gets she basically scolds her for ratting her out. She was bribed via banana milk, because that's what Konoha pays these two in bananas, because they love bananas. They have no use for money, so they can basically survive on bananas. Yep, so they basically prepare for the festival, mostly. So then when the festival happens, we see Tomoe basically talking to Konoha about where we have very similar stuff happening here. They do in fact plan something that might happen later this season, where they had to clear out this one fort that's in demon territory to basically stabilize the weather condition that's happened to the demonic plane. Yeah, this season has this recurring thing where Konoha, he opens up too many of these portals, and that caused the weather to be disrupted. So they had to basically possibly clean out this fortress. So that might be pinned for later. Yeah, enjoy this festival. So, also, Root shows up in the episode. Yes, the dragon who is in the form of a guy who is trying to seduce the male lead, and he's like not interested at all. Purely because he's straight. And I do appreciate Dallas Lee basically portraying the fact that he's a straight guy. He is not into guys. He likes ladies. Yeah, given the fact that, well, he may be, well, this is a funny thing I'll talk about a bit. So, after he leaves, he's prepared for the guild, like other stuff there, and then you see Konoha just walking the street wearing some, of course, also a bit of like hating on demi-humans. There's this woman from the nation with the priestess who's traveling, I believe, with the arrogant hero, the male one, who basically was a model. Yes, the fact that she wants the priestess back. And by the way, I do recognize the king's voice actor, the one who basically his talent set, the country's talent set in. That's David Wade. I'm like, wow, another voice actor I recognize. because I have recognized a lot of voice actor series. I mean, so far in these episodes, I've only encountered, I'd say about 4 or 5 that I recognize. Of course, you have Dallas Reed voicing the lead character. You have Monica Rial voicing Tumway. David voicing as King. Tina Bauer voicing Emma the Orc. And that's pretty much it when it comes to. I think there may have been a character voiced by Ian Sinclair. Also, Justin Brenner's in the series too. He voices a dragon in the series too, who's in the former human. So a handful of them, not bad per se, but so of course he knows someone following him and someone bloodless. So he managed to go into an alley and beats up a bunch of ninjas who work for the Assassin's Guild. And the leader is the same guy from earlier in the season who tried to murder him. Before I continue, this episode has a brand new opening title sequence, which results like him possibly going like a particular form where he thinks like a Kamen Rider. Or he's sort of Super Sentai, where he battles a bunch of demons and of course the town he gets attacked. Like, this might be something later on, per se. And the ending credits is sort of similar. It's a continuation of that, which is interesting. Yeah. I mean, after basically having the same old time sequence they've had since like the first episode season, I'm not all that surprised we have a change in title sequence, new song. Because if you have a season that lasts more than 2 episodes, you're gonna have a new song. In my opinion, this is perfectly fine. I have no issue with this at all. So basically, apparently the leader is someone who tried to kill him early in the season. He takes him out, and then implies he vaporizes him. It's like he's so frustrated, and then I'm trying to think what he's doing next. There's also these women who, oh yeah, I already mentioned that. So then of course he goes to the restaurant with Tomoe, Mio, Shiki, and the 2 forest ogres. Which, of course, they kind of eat out Emma like crazy. Emma, basically, the waitress who basically is there. And her sister's there, too. She's washing dishes. And apparently, according to her, she does every year without fail. And Toa gets drunk. And proceeds to, like, spin around the waitress. No, she doesn't do anything sexual to her. Just spins around by her waist. Causes her to get dizzy. Like, her sister to comfort her. And then basically Konoha is like the only one who's sober. Oh, before I continue here, there's this interesting scene where there's a thing where after Root leaves, we have a priest from the temple who worships the goddess, and their description of the goddess is not the way that he knows her. Oh my gosh, she is not a very nice person. She's very arrogant, stuck in her ways, and she is I'm not going to say the word, but I'm going to spell it out, a bitch. Those of you adults basically know what I'm saying. You're like, really? You would say that? I just spelled the word, I'm not going to say the word itself. Okay? But that's kind of what she is. You can say she's a dick. But she's a woman. And usually a very nasty woman is usually referred to as that. Okay? But, and somebody thinking, are you guys swearing in your YouTube videos? No, I'm not. I can spell out the word, but I'm not saying it. Because, of course, I still am basically thinking that the main reason why I don't swear, there are 2 reasons. Number 1, there might be children watching. Yes, there might be children watching. So, not a good idea to swear. And number 2, don't think it's necessary. I don't people do it. I choose not to do it. If other people want to swear in the videos, fine. I'm not doing it. So, moving on from that. So, they go to the temple. to basically discuss like working with them. Maybe with the bishop, which they show under their veil, where she's looking like a very beautiful woman. But I can see why she wears this veil. She has a scar across her face, but still, she's a beautiful woman. And apparently, like any type of attempt, basically, like of course, she describes basically the meeting with him like a waste of time because they couldn't exactly get a reading on him. I hope there's an episode where he has a conversation with her and explains what the heck is going on with him. I hope so, and hopefully also Konoha also makes those three people who were at his store, because I think he might be interested in talking to them. That's what I hope, anyways. So the whole thing about basic work, talking about the production methods, the episode ends with the princess of the empire saying what fools they are because she's basically going to their party, and that's the episode. Good episode. I enjoyed this one. So that's going to be pretty much the particular view. I thought I had the time to do a comic corner, but there's no time at all. So that's going to save for tomorrow. Along with more Super Sentai, which I think I probably will be finishing it up, given the fact there's like 9 more to go. Okay? So that's it. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Until you see you tomorrow. Bye.